Hi, welcome to the interview section of In Tune. I'm Melissa Waldron, and this week we have a really exciting guest. We have Malvin Massey, who is the DJ on FM 92 in the mornings. How you doing, Malvin?
Just fine. How are you?
I'm great. I'm really glad to have you on our show today.
Thank you.
I wanted to ask you, how long have you been a DJ for at Memphis State?
I've been here about a year and a half now.
You have?
Yeah.
But you're not a student, right?
No, I'm not a student. I'm a volunteer.
You're a volunteer. You volunteered to do this?
Yeah.
Your show's at 6 o'clock in the morning? You volunteer to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning?
6 till 10.
Wow. And what makes you want to volunteer to do this?
It's a very interesting and exciting thing to do, and the music is great.
Mm-hmm. But you're not doing this anywhere else, right?
Not now. I'm trying. Still looking for a job.
Mm-hmm. But so you do this 3 days a week?
Yeah.
Out of your own time? That's great. Well, I know that they know you as a quote unquote the pilot of the jazz jet. Is that right? Why do they call you that?
I was looking for a handle, a pseudonym, and I couldn't think of any name, and so I thought I would try to think of a little concept. So I said I'd be the pilot of a jazz jet, and all the people that listen to my show regularly are frequent flyers, you know.
Frequent flyers? Yeah. What does that mean?
You know, you listen to the jazz. If you've heard the jazz jet more than once, you're a frequent flyer on the jet.
You know. So people who call in a lot, that's what you call them?
Yeah, frequent flyers.
Do you give them little bonus passes?
No, but I have had an artist to make me up a jazz jet concept, a picture, with a jet taking off into the sky with a sax player, saxophone in his mouth, and shades on, you know. Ooh. And on the bottom of it says frequent flyer. I've got a guy contracted. He's going to make me some T-shirts to give away when we get our power boost. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
oh, that's great.
Frequent flyers.
Did you make that up yourself?
Yeah.
You did?
I have a good friend of mine, Sandra Brown, drew the jet. I told her I needed a jet, and she drew me a real sharp jet.
Really? God, that's great. So, what made you want to be on 92? I mean, you like jazz.
I like jazz. Yeah, it's the best. It's the best music around, I think, you know.
What do you like about it?
It touches everything. Jazz is, you can, the feeling that you get from listening to pop music, you can pick that out of jazz. The feeling you get from classical music, some jazz will give you that, you know. You can get a feel of all types of music listening to jazz, and especially to our station, because we play all kind of jazz. You know?
You do?
Yeah, we play mainstream, contemporary, fusion, and new age.
New age jazz?
Yeah.
Well, who are your favorites? I mean, who do you like?
Pat Metheny, Lyle Mays, Billy Mitchell. I like most of those guys. I really do. It's hard to pick some favorites. Grover Washington's got a new album out that's great right now. Al Jarreau is always good. It's a bunch of good stuff.
Who do you see as up-and-coming jazz artists today? Anybody?
There's a guy named Joey DeFrancesco. He's 17. He's a student at the School for the Performing Arts in Philadelphia. He plays organ, and he is fabulous. His new album is hot, and we get 1,000 requests for it. And he's played on the new album with Miles Davis, a mandolin. He is that good, and he's just 17.
He's only 17 years old?
He hasn't graduated. He's a senior in high school.
Wow.
And there's another guy, Christopher Holliday, who just graduated about 2 years ago, saxophone player, and he's just as fabulous as Joey DeFrancesco is. These two guys are going to be around a long time.
Really? And do you play their music?
Yeah, we play a lot of them.
Who are there any ones in Memphis? Any new artists or jazz artists? Or?
The hottest Memphis musician, I'd say, would be Kirk. You know, that we play his new album, The Promise. We get a bunch of requests for that. Mulgrew Miller is pretty cool, pretty good out of Memphis music. He's got a couple of new ones out that are. He's a mainstream man, and his music is hard. You know, you really get into it when you listen to Mulgrew.
Well, what is the jazz scene in Memphis today? Is it steady or?
There's a certain crowd. There is a steady crowd of people who enjoy, who want to hear jazz all the time. They don't have an outlet yet. Not a real good one yet. When we get our power boost at FM 92, it'll be a big difference.
Because you play the saxophone, don't you?
Yeah.
So you're not only a DJ, but you're involved in the music.
Yeah, I play sometimes around town.
Do you?
Yeah, little sit-in sets and things like that.
You guys get together and jam once in a while?
Yeah.
So what is happening with 92? I mean, what is going to be
Well, we're getting
talk
the
about
power boost up to, we've so far been going along at 250 watts of power, which at an FM level, that's still good enough so that I can have talked to people from Tupelo requesting songs sometimes when the weather's right.
In Tupelo?
Yeah, but not Tupelo, Olive Branch. But we're getting power boost up to 25,000 watts,
what
which
does that mean?
That's going to give us a range of about 50 to 150 miles, and that's going to really give us make us serious competition to the commercial stations around here. Because right now, at the 250 watts, we get a lot of audience, unbelievable amount of audience for the music that we play, the type of music we play. People really are hungry for it here in Memphis.
What do you think of the format at 92? I mean,
oh, it's great. It's great. The music director, Ed Bryant, is always coming up with some real cool stuff. Doug Southall, the AGM, Assistant General Manager, everybody's always thinking of something popping, something different, something happening. It's kind of exciting, and it's always up-tempo. It's always up, you know.
How do they decide on, it's just jazz all the time, right?
Yeah, it's strictly jazz format. A lot of the contemporary jazz that we play, we get people that say, that's not jazz you're playing, that's pop music, but the songs wouldn't be heard anywhere else. You know, you'd hear it in Dallas and New York and Los Angeles, but you wouldn't hear it in Memphis unless you listen to FM 92, a lot of the music that we play.
Well, what is, you have a specialty show? It's
yeah, on Sundays I do the Images of Jazz program.
Images of Jazz.
Yeah, I mix it up then. I play something for everybody then, mainstream, contemporary, fusion, and new age. I try to mix it up. Start off with mainstream, do about an hour of contemporary music, and then mix it up, you know, afterward.
What I mean, do you get to interview people on your show at all, or?
I'm planning on interviewing Calvin Newman, the brother of Phineas Newman, probably next Sunday. I have been working on setting that up. I haven't done it yet, but it's an idea that we've been talking about. I'm going to start doing it.
Yeah, who is he?
Calvin Newman is a guitar player. He's the brother of Phineas Newman Jr., the guy, genius that just died, and Memphis wouldn't give him any recognition. And from what I hear, I got a letter from a promoter named Erwin Sheff the other day. He says that Mayor Hackett is going to make December the 3rd Phineas Newman Day in Memphis, and they're going to have
really?
They're going to have a big thing about a concert, and they're getting artists from out of the town and stuff to come in and do a tribute to Phineas.
So he is getting recognized for...
He will be now since he's dead, you know. That's the way it is, you know.
I guess that's the way it goes. Are there, I mean, what do Memphis collects a lot of jazz people? Don't people from all over come to Memphis to...
Not really. Well, they might come through to visit, or they'll come through and hit a small gig somewhere, but the audience in Memphis won't pay the money that it would cost to have somebody like a Thelonious Monk or some of these Jimmy McGriff, some of these guys that hang out in New York all the time. Well, if they'd come here to put on a show, it would cost $50 a ticket. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, Memphis people in Memphis won't pay $50 to see anybody.
I don't think so. That's kind of ironic because, you know, you think of Memphis, you think of the blues and jazz, and I mean, what would you...
Well, you know, they say that Memphis is the home of the blues, and blues is the father of jazz. Seems like we should really be up on it.
You should be kicking, yeah. What do you think could improve the situation? I mean, do you...
The one thing that's going to help is our power boost, and it would be a big help if we had a commercial jazz station in Memphis. Yeah.
You think this will do the trick?
I think it would help a lot.
God, I hope so. I mean, what do you see happening to the station? You think that it's going to become really popular? And
yeah, well, we had a staff meeting, and Bob McDowell is the manager, and he said that there is a possibility that if the station gets over well enough when we boost our power, they may consider it like the sports program and turn the station commercial. If they do that, we'll all get paid. And
you'll get paid? Do you think you'll get a job? Would you like to see yourself working there full time?
I'd love to.
You could work there full time.
If that was to happen, you know, that's just rumor and propaganda. But you know,
what do you like about FM 92, and what don't you like about it? Do you have any problems with it, or?
I am totally satisfied with. As far as it goes, I'm learning. It's a learning experience for me anyway. I haven't been affiliated with that many radio stations, WCSB over there in Poplar, but I can't complain about anything at FM 92. It's really cool, really smooth, really nice.
Do you get a lot of freedom for what, I mean, on your show, do you get to do stuff that you really want to do? Or
Yeah, basically, yeah. Well, especially on the specialty show, they always give you carte blanche on the specialty show, but on the other show, I have to follow the format pretty much. And then we've got such a variety of music, I can follow the format and still play music that I want to play. So it comes out great anyway.
Well, you've been playing in different places. As a DJ, you've been in other radio stations, you said?
Just one of at Columbia.
Well, how does it compare to 92?
There's no comparison. It's no comparison. Yeah.
God, so you like what you're doing and everything. I think that's great. I think that's great.
I love it. I'd love to get a job in one of these commercial stations around here and still be able to volunteer my time at FM 92.
Say something like is this how you talk on the radio? Is that how your voice right now? Well, you've got a great voice, I gotta tell you.
Well, thank you.
I like it. Well, we have to, our time's up, but I really enjoyed talking to you, and
thanks a lot.
Thanks for being with us.
Thank you.
And thanks for being with us. I appreciate it. Please stay tuned. We're coming up with the applause section next. See ya.